Since she began appearing on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills in Season 10, Sutton Stracke has revealed that she has become stronger. Among the cast, she has experienced both highs and lows, and there are many who do not agree with her behavior. Now, following a challenging Season 13, she is discussing what she has learned and how the production of the 14th season has progressed. Continue reading for further information. Since she joined the show, Rhobh Sutton Stracke has become stronger. In Season 10, Sutton Stracke became a member of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Rhobh, through Lisa Rinna. Rinna had known Sutton for a considerable amount of time, and the one thing that she had noticed about him was how wealthy he was. Due to the fact that she was from the South, she was extremely forthright, and she occasionally caused people to feel uncomfortable. Garcelle Beauvais, Crystal Kung Minkoff, and Kyle Richards were among the co-stars with whom she developed bonds of friendship throughout the course of her career. Unfortunately, she got into a disagreement with Rinna, just as she did with a few of the other women, but she also had a close relationship with Kathy Hilton, who is Richard's sister. Regrettably, Sutton dealt with a great deal of difficulty during Season 13. She became involved with Kyle and Dorit Kemsley, and she frequently used alcohol as a fuel source. After some time, she disclosed that her ex-husband, Christian Stracke, was relocating to London and might be taking their son and moving there. If he did not, she would be receiving additional money on a monthly basis, which was a difficult pill for some people to swallow, because it seemed like the troubles that wealthy people face at their worst. Now that the 14th season has begun, Sutton is revealing the things that she has discovered since she first started working on the show. Reality Blurb claims that she is significantly stronger than she was when she first started the show. She also began the show with a boyfriend, but that relationship eventually ended. At the same time as she was trying to get a second date, viewers watched her receive a matchmaker. Is Sutton Stracke making any efforts to improve her romantic life? Despite the fact that she acknowledges and confesses that she does talk a lot about guys in the new season, she is not now concentrating on meeting somebody. Relationships between co-stars during the previous season, Sutton Stracke appeared to have a strong interest in discovering the nature of the relationship that existed between Kyle Richards and Mauricio Umanksi. Regarding Kyle's decision to not wear her wedding ring, she inquired as to whether or not this was a significant sign. Kyle, who was having difficulties in her marriage but did not want to show the public that she was having those difficulties just yet, found it to be an uncomfortable situation. The two women, on the other hand, have reached a far better understanding of one another and are in a much better place than they were in the past. Sutton also has her close friend Jennifer Tilly as a friend on this season, which is helpful, and Kathy Hilton is back again. This season is shaping up to be one that is full of surprises. It appears that everything is going well for Sutton, as evidenced by the fact that the women gathered for her major runway presentation. Are you looking forward to seeing what she has to offer on the 14th season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? When Sutton Stracke first joined the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills as a friend of the cast in Season 10, few could have predicted the Southern belle, with a love for culture and awkward one-liners, would go on to become one of the show's most compelling voices. But now, after several seasons of tears, tension, and terrific comebacks, Sutton is reflecting on just how far she's come and what she's learned about herself along the way. In an emotional moment captured during a cast trip to Aspen for the upcoming season, Sutton opened up to her co-stars by the fire, her eyes shining with both vulnerability and quiet strength. "I never thought I'd say this," she said softly, "but I'm stronger now than I've ever been. This show, this group, as crazy as it is, helped me find my voice." From fragile to fearless, when Sutton made her debut, fans didn't quite know what to make of her. She arrived with Southern charm, a deep love for Dolce & Gabbana, and an apparent tendency to burst into tears under pressure. At times, she seemed out of place among the ultra-glossy women of Beverly Hills. but that was only the beginning of her transformation. When I started, I was going through a divorce, Sutton revealed during a solo confessional. I felt so unsure. My whole identity was tied to being someone's wife. I didn't know who I was on my own. She credits her time on the show and the personal challenges it forced her to confront, with helping her emerge as a more empowered version of herself. Every time I stood up for myself on camera, it was like another piece of me came back, she said. The critics, the conflict, and the comeback. Of course, Sutton's journey hasn't been without bumps. Her candid nature and tendency to say the quiet part out loud have made her a lightning rod for drama, especially with Erika Jayne and Lisa Rinna. Who could forget the infamous showdown at Kathy Hilton's dinner party, where Sutton dared to question Erika's version of events surrounding her ex-husband's legal troubles? I wasn't trying to attack anyone, Sutton insists now. But I wasn't going to be intimidated either. I asked a question, that's all, and the response I got? Woo. That response, which included Erika calling Sutton a small-town girl with a big mouth, only seemed to cement Sutton's status as a fan favorite. Viewers admired her courage to challenge people others tiptoed around. I didn't come on this show to be quiet, she explained recently. I came to live my truth, even if my voice shakes while I do it. Fashion, feelings, and finding herself. Over time, Sutton has evolved into one of the most authentically watchable housewives. She doesn't always say the right thing, but she always says the real thing. Whether it's her emotional candor about loneliness or her proud love for designer fashion, Sutton wears her heart and haute couture on her sleeve. I used to be so concerned about what people thought of me, she admitted in a recent podcast interview. Now, if they think I'm a little odd or emotional, so be it. That's who I am. In many ways, Sutton has become a symbol of vulnerability as strength. She's not afraid to cry. She's not afraid to admit she's anxious. But she's also not afraid to stand up when something doesn't sit right with her. It's okay to be sensitive, she said. Sensitivity doesn't mean weakness. It means you're connected to yourself and others. Her growing confidence hasn't gone unnoticed by her castmates. She's changed in the best way, said Garcelle Beauvais, Sutton's closest ally on the show. When I met her, she was still figuring out how to be bold. Now, she'll say what's on her mind, with a smile and a silk blouse. Romance, business, and looking ahead. Off camera, Sutton's life has expanded in new ways. She recently launched her own boutique, the Sutton Concept, which blends high-end fashion with her love of art and whimsy. The store has become a Beverly Hills hotspot and a physical manifestation of Sutton's unique spirit. She poured her soul into that place, a friend shared. Every piece in that store tells a story, just like Sutton. On the personal front, Sutton has also begun dating again, albeit cautiously. I'm not rushing into anything, she said with a grin. But I'm open. I want someone who can handle me, tears, quirks, and all. When asked what she's looking for in a partner, she didn't hesitate. Kindness, intelligence, and a sense of humor, and maybe someone who can dance. Fans are rooting for her. Sutton's journey has struck a chord with viewers who've seen her transform from a side character into a central force of the franchise. Sutton went from fragile to fierce, and I love that for her, one fan wrote on Twitter. She's not fake, she's not performative, she's just Sutton. A rare gem on RHBH, another added on Reddit. Bravo execs are taking notice, too. Rumors have been swirling that Sutton could take on a more central role in future seasons, especially with the potential exit of some veteran housewives. She brings vulnerability and drama without being nasty, a producer commented. That's a rare balance. The final word. As Sutton sipped her wine in Aspen, reflecting by the fire, she summed up her journey in a way only she could. I didn't expect to find myself on reality TV, she said, laughing softly. But somehow, through the chaos, the cameras, and the catfights, I found me. And with that, Sutton Stracke reminded us all. Sometimes strength doesn't look like shouting the loudest. Sometimes it looks like showing up, speaking truthfully, and daring to grow. Let us know in the comments below.